Chapter-1. Molly. It's been a long day trying to cheer Kirsten up, and I am craving a caramel chocolate cupcake. But as I pull into Miss Moffat's and reach for my wallet, I realize it is not on the car seat next to me. For just a second, I freak out, but then I remember that I left my wallet next to my apron at work. With a sigh, I turn the car back around. My cupcake will have to wait. As I pull into a space in front of Perk Up, I notice the lights are still on. Why is Kirsten still here? I figured she would be at home, either feeling sorry for herself or plotting ways to get back at Tristan. Poor guy. I sure hope he has tough skin because Kirsten not only holds grudges for days, but when she feels maligned, well, you better be watching your back. I love the girl, but I've been in her warpath once or twice, and it's not a fun place to live. It's not even a fun place to visit. And while most of the time her anger is justified, occasionally, like today, she jumps to a conclusion before she hears the whole story. I guess I can't really blame her after Todd dumped her for his much younger yoga instructor, but we all have those stories in our past. Heck, my last boyfriend left without a word. I turned down a job for him, and then he just up and disappeared. After exiting and locking the car, I cover the short distance to the front door and swing it open. Sorry, forgot my... I'm completely expecting to see Kirsten. I am not expecting to see the other two men. One is currently locking lips with Kirsten, and from his build and the fact that he is kissing Kirsten, I assume him to be Tristan. The other appears to be a man from my past, a man I never thought I would see again. His black pants and white shirt are a far cry from the attire I remember him wearing, but in my heart I know it is him. It is hard to forget the man you thought you were going to marry. Dylan? Tristan and Kirsten break apart. You know each other? She asks as she looks from me to Dylan. Yeah, this is the guy who broke my heart. What are the odds? When Kirsten told me Tristan and his brother had moved from California, I had thought of Dylan, but I could never have imagined that it would be him. After all, thousands of people lived in California, unlike our small town here in Texas. I had laughed the first time I saw the population sign, and it was under 1,000. 1,000 people had lived in a city block where I came from in California. I hardly think that's fair, Dylan says, stepping toward me. I whirl to face him and cross my arms. You don't think it's fair? I gave up a dream job to be with you, and then you left without a word, which is what I think you should do now. A gasp escapes Kirsten's lips. Molly? No? Well, then I'll leave. I stalk over to the cabinet and snatch up my wallet. Forget the caramel chocolate cupcake. I need a pint of Ben & Jerry's ice cream, a giant spoon, and a steady stream of romantic comedies. Dylan. What is she talking about, Dylan? Tristan asks as Molly storms out the door and he turns to face me. Yes, will someone please explain what is going on? Kirsten asks. I cannot have my only employee not report for work tomorrow. I sigh and run a hand through my dark hair. Molly and I met when we were in our early 20s. She was amazing, but I wasn't sure where my life was going. I look to Tristan. Remember, man? Kirsten's eyes travel between us. Okay, and what does that mean? I left California for a while to join the rodeo, I say, as I run my hand down my stubbled chin. Her eyes blink at me. The what? The rodeo? I guess you could say I had my midlife crisis early in life. I thought I wanted to be a bull rider, and I left with little more than an explanation to my family. So you left without a word to Molly? The accusation lay heavy in her voice. I did. I'm not proud of it, but I couldn't take her with me. Rodeo life is barely livable for the cowboy.
It certainly is no place for a girlfriend."
Kirsten shakes her head so forcefully that her dark hair swirls about her face. You should have given her the option.
I know I should have. She was gone when I returned to California a few years later, and I never could find her, though I did try.
I suck in a deep breath and sigh.
Now I have the chance to make it up to her, but I have no idea how.
Well, you better think of something. We can't work next to you as long as she hates you.
I promise, I will figure something out.